Behind us we've got a sand pit which has got a colony of sand martins. This year there's probably something like 30 pairs in here. It varies from year to year, but it's 5-6 years ago this pit was full of bracken and gorse, and we cleared it out, and the sand martins came in the following year.
You can see them darting around in the sky behind you. Just talk to me about the process that you went through to actually prepare this habitat and why you did it.
Right, we always knew there was a sand pit here, and it gradually become overgrown over the years, and sand martins can be quite fickle. They like new sites, they like new pits. They'll go into gravel pits, they'll go into heaps of sand sometimes, and so we decided that historically there were sand martins here, and so we thought we would try and get them back. So it was a lot of work over one winter to clear out all the gorse and the brambles and things, and pulled it all back, then got a little excavator in and dug the banks so they're sheer, so that the birds can actually burrow in quite safely without the fear of stoats, weasels, anything else climbing up and getting into the burrows. And every 2-3 years we will come again in with a digger and just scrape back probably 6-8 inches off the face again, just to give them a clean start, so they end up with clean holes to start with, because they'll tend to dig new holes each year, so that you reduce the risk of parasites and things remaining in a burrow for the following year.
You can see those tiny little holes in the sand face, or you can't really call it a cliff face, just behind you. And how many pairs do you think you've got breeding at the moment?
With something like about 30 pairs this year. You know, last year was very low. I think we only had 8, and the year before that was something like 40 pairs. So it does fluctuate quite a lot.
And how do the local community kind of perceive these beautiful birds? I mean, I imagine that they're really proud that they have them on their doorstep.
Yeah, it's become a feature. Yeah, so people do enjoy it, and they look forward to the birds coming back each year.
Now, we are here to talk about the importance of county wildlife sites, but also the importance of communities coming together to look after them. And it's something that I know you care very deeply about. Why do you think it's so important that communities get together to protect sites like this?
I think you've got to protect what's on your doorstep. We can't expect all the conservation organisations to look after everything. It's just not possible. So we have to take ownership ourselves.
And what would you say to anyone thinking that they might like to do something similar?
There's plenty of advice out there. The Suffolk Wildlife Trust has a good advisory side, and there's community groups all over. So talk to other community groups. It's pretty easy to find them on the web these days.
And it's all about knowledge sharing, then, I imagine, for you.
Absolutely, yeah. Nobody knows everything, and you'll be amazed at what uses you can make of people with all sorts of different skills.